All right, here we go. I just watched a video of a dancing Optimus robot dropped this morning from Elon Musk. Pretty impressive, got to be honest. But with all of this AI, I have some concerns as well, as does my next guest, Wes Hodges, Acting Director for the Center of Technology and the Human Person at the Heritage Foundation. Wes, good to have you on the program.
Good morning. So good to see you.
Yeah, so did you see the Optimus performing ballet today?
No, but it sounds like I certainly need to make that my next stop this morning.
Yeah, it's quite something. Look, all of this AI, the world's going to change more in the next 10 years than it has in the last 10,000. It's changed dramatically in the last 25. I mean, how long have these been around, these smartphones? 20 years? Not quite. Changed everything. Wait till we all have a robot in our home doing everything for us. Wait till that happens. I'm looking forward to that. But you say there's something we need to be concerned about. I agree with that. It's the constant surveillance. It's the artificial intelligence creating fake videos, fake conversations, fake information. And you say AI chatbots. AI chatbots are a concern. First of all, explain to the good folks what a chatbot is.
Absolutely. So I agree with you that the potential for technology, AI, to expand our economy, to make our living so much better. So our style of life, our enjoyment, our productivity, it's set to go gangbusters, but you're right to draw attention to the risk. So what is an AI chatbot? You've probably already interacted one, be it from a customer service agent to more explicitly going on to something like ChatGPT and communicating. What we're talking about today is probably more anthropomorphic bots that are pretending to be people to increase engagement with users. So it's like talking, it's presumably like you're talking to an individual, but it's actually a computer that is optimizing results for the sake of the company, but also to try and get you what you want to hear.
It sounds very dangerous, by the way. It sounds dangerous because it sounds like it could be controlled not just by a giant company that wants your money, but also by a foreign government like the Chinese Communist Party to manipulate the way you see the world, hear things, see things, understand things. Complete control of your thinking, mind control. Am I wrong?
No, and you're right to point out that this is about control. So I would argue that there is a role for engaging with AI, obviously in a chat manner, obviously in many different ways. What my concern that I like to draw attention to is the role of chatbots in children. So as adults, we have, developed prefrontal cortexes, or at least mostly developed like myself. And but I'm drawing attention to the fact that children are undergoing development and have social needs that are developing in their minds, and these bots, which are fueled by profit-driven agencies or by foreign adversaries, as you outline, they can become dependent on the dopamine hits, on the development hits that come from these machines instead of real human interaction, depriving them of friendships, depriving them of proper development, of education. The risk is out the wazoo.
I saw this. I didn't see the movie, but there was a movie out, I don't know, sometime not too distant past, about a guy falling in love with the program, right? I don't remember what it was called. I didn't see it. That's not really far removed from where we are based on what you just said. I mean, there's all of this interaction and fake friends, imaginary friends, virtual relationships, a virtual, human experience, not even genuine.
And it's terrifying, and it's preying on the most vulnerable people in society. I read stories every week of people that have gone into tens of thousands of dollars in debt, engaging in what they see as real relationships with bots, in developing romantic relationships with bots. This is a sincere threat that is preying on a loneliness epidemic in America, as well as if companies aren't provided some guidelines, especially when it comes to children, the addiction epidemic is just set to go to the moon.
I just got a note from a listener who said people pay money, real money, to see AI OnlyFans pages. And I'm like, one of the criticisms, the easy criticisms about pornography is that it sets unrealistic standards for people, functioning in the real world, right? About what relationships are about on that level. If you take that one step further and everything is created and everything's absolutely perfect and there are no flaws and you have this ideal human or whatever, it just gets worse, doesn't it?
No, absolutely. The distance from an individual to reality, the further that gap widens, the further you're going to see pretty much every social problem in the United States and the world exacerbate. We need to be connected. We need to be rooted in community. And what these tools are providing, acknowledging their incredible productivity gains, is a risk that we're going to become immensely disconnected from one another, and
more than we already are.
Let's
be honest.
Yes.
These things, smartphones, were supposed to be, they'll set you free. No, it's an electronic tether. I can't go to the grocery store without being tracked and called and texted and bombarded with advertisements. That's not freedom. This is electronic slavery in my hand, is it not?
It should not be the new passport. You should not need this to exist in public life in America.
But you do.
We need to do everything we can. What we do right now, we need to do everything we can to correct for this. I have a wonderful friend named Claire Morrell at the Ethics and Public Policy Center. She's written a book. It's coming out soon called The Tech Exit that talks explicitly about this.
Texit, the Tech Exit. I think the folks of Texas already stole that. But look, these are why I've been having conversations, really. The only way to disconnect is connect with the natural world. I don't care what you do outside, do it outside. Go fishing, go hiking, walk the dog, put the phone on silent, put it in your pocket. In case of emergency, okay, I can live with that. But don't look at it while you're walking. Don't look at it while you're fishing. Don't look at it when you're with your kids. Disconnect for real. I've been doing a better job of it. I did a good job on spring break. I disconnected. Anyhow, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I agree. It's so important for us adults to be able to have healthy tech habits here. Don't forget the children. Don't forget the children that we're all connected to that need to see this behavior modeled, because they are far more susceptible to this addiction, to this exploitation, to sexual exposure and sexualization than we are. Think about them. Think of the children. Don't allow AI, because of a profit motive or a Chinese motive, to ruin a generation of Americans.
Or all the above. Wes Hodges, Acting Director of the Center for Technology and the Human Person at the Heritage Foundation. Wes, good talk. You come back anytime.
Thank you, Steve.
Really appreciate it. Where are you on this thing? How often do you look at this thing? I mean, for a lot of you, you're probably watching this program streaming on X, on your computer, maybe on your device, maybe channeled through the dash of your car, and that's fine. You're having a conversation. It's nothing different than listening to the radio over the last many years in many ways, or watching television news, but it's not too far from being a real problem, addictive and dangerous, especially, like he said, to the kids and grandkids. It's the Steve Gruber Show. I'll be right back.